Hello, YouTube. Cal Dallas Gamer here with another World of Tank video. Now, I will admit, I've done another investment and I shouldn't have. As a matter of fact, I should have kept my promise of not spending more money on premium tanks, but I did. The main reason why is because I really want to get good in this game, especially in competitive. I've been playing Onslaught and I've been having good games over there. And Onslaught made me realize how awesome tanks that are jack of all trades. And guess which country is jack of all trades? Yes, it's America. And for M48 Patton, that is the jack of all trade tank, especially tier 10 in the American tech tree. That being said, I decided to get this, the Renegade. And the Renegade, if you read the description, it literally tells you that it's a jack of all trade tank. But the twist is, and it's kind of funny when you read the description, it literally described this tank as a medium tank. But in game, it's a heavy tank. And despite that it's in the description, it's classified as a medium tank, and in game, it's a heavy tank. This tank is surprisingly very versatile. Matter of fact, people compare this tank to the T11 E5, EO5, and that is the tier 10 American heavy tank. But the tier 10 American heavy tank, it has very similar characteristics with the M48 Patton. The only difference is it's a heavy tank, the Patton is a medium tank. Both of them do have armor, but the key difference is that the armor, the hull armor, which is the body of the tank, is strong enough to bounce shot, and both of them, they both have good turret armor. The M48 Patton has a very weak body armor, but it has a very strong turret armor. And me playing that tank, I bounce a lot of shells. And the T11 EO5, the American heavy tank, the tier 10 one, it has also a very strong turret armor, but it also has a very strong frontal hull armor. So you're capable of bouncing shot. Now, this tank right here that you see, the Renegade, it has both armor on the turret and on the hull. And yes, you're capable of bouncing shot. But the big difference is it's a tier 8. And me, I honestly don't regret buying this. At first, I was a little worried that I must have made a mistake, just like I made a mistake on the Toro tank, which I kind of do regret it now that I think about it, but it is what it is. And this tank, I almost feel a little regretful, but after having a couple of games with it, and especially win games, I'm loving it. And this tank is definitely a tank that rewards you for having good skills, good positioning, good awareness. And why I say that is because, once again, a jack of all trade tanks, meaning that it's capable of doing many things. Now, it is not a fast tank. Keep that in mind. It's not a fast tank, but it is agile enough to do stuff that medium tanks are able to do. And that's the key point right there. The reason why I'm starting to love the M48 Patton is because I've been playing a lot in the Onslaught game mode, and the M48 Patton is a versatile tank. It is capable of holding ground, absorbing damage, deflecting shots, capable of punching, the enemy back, capable of maneuvering around. It is agile enough to go around places, react accordingly, and it is fast enough to get to point A to point B, but it is not fast as a light tank. Keep that in mind. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the Renegade kind of followed the same description as the Patton, meaning that it is capable of doing a medium light tank job, but it's still a heavy tank, meaning that it's still able to hold the ground, hold the line, and absorb some shots. Now, here in this gameplay, in the first clip, I lost, but in the second clip, I won, and I won with a team that I was in, and the team that I was in was skirmish. So, in other words, in a clan. and I realized tier 8 skirmish is very good. Same thing in regular random battles. In regular random battles, it is still good, but of course, the renegade is not overpowered, and because of that, you have to play its strength and you have to position yourself and basically have awareness and react accordingly. Because just like the M48 Patton, you have to have skills, you have to have, good crew, good equipment, be aware what's going on in the map, because just like the M48 Patton, it will get demolished right away because it is not overpowered. Keep that in mind.
Yes,
It's not
I got
overpowered,
like
but it has all the
two
stats, the
V6s
tools,
on that
the
corner as
equipment
well.
necessary to
Inside of
carry the
the
game. Same thing with the Renegade. And this tank, I honestly really do like it. I honestly really do. So basically, what I'm trying to say here is that the Renegade, just like the M48, it is a fantastic tank, but it's a tank that requires a little more work into it, a little more thought into it
full
in
house.
order to carry the game. So, me, I really do like this tank. Towards the end of the video, I'll leave a screenshot of one of my best games that I had,
What happens
where I
with
literally
the
got
lightweight
5 kills in a skirmish match. I
equipment
repeat, in a skirmish match.
heavy
So yeah, it's kind of
original
insane
equipment
what the
when
Renegade is
it did
capable
that?
of doing. But like I said, it is not overpowered. Obviously, as you can see right here,
I don't think they're
the
really
Renegade,
fair.
it has weakness, and it's the most common weakness that you see in heavy tanks, which is the cupola and the lower plate. Now, the upper plate, it is honestly strong enough to withstand damage, and I was surprised, to be honest. I was surprised, but just a little reminder: do not rely on it. The the turret armor, frontal turret armor, it is very strong. It is very good. As you can see, it has
There
this
they
weird
are
egg
on the
shape, just
corner.
like the M48 Patton, and I
15
feel like
seconds.
this
All in
is
quarter.
fantastic. The problem is the
Yeah.
giant cupola that's on top of it. So just like any other heavy tank, just like
5
the German
seconds.
heavy tank,
Need to
especially
rush
the tier
gas.
8
So they
premium,
don't.
the Mauer Breaker, and just like the French heavy tank, which is the Liberté, the Renegade
Have
has
faith.
honestly the
Everything's
same
gonna be okay.
weakness. But in my opinion, the Renegade is
How much
geared
gas left?
towards
Help me out.
versatility in
I got
comparison
you.
to other heavy tanks. The
I'm
other heavy
stuck.
tanks, such as the French Liberté and the Mauer
Whoa,
Breaker,
where the
they're
hell did
both
I get
are
that shot?
heavy tank designed for a specific role. The French heavy tank is more like a, I won't say
There's a mediums
brawler,
over
but it's
here.
definitely more
Coming in the
like
back.
frontline assault. The
Yeah,
Mile
you would
Breaker
like
is
coming from the
also
back,
more
wouldn't
like a
you?
frontline assault, but it's more like a
Hey, what's
breakthrough
up?
tank
Ah,
designed to
Open up your comeback.
spearhead, but
got
at the
him.
same time, because of its sluggish speed and it's such a huge target, it's more like holding ground. So it's more like a bunker, if that makes any sense. It's more like a bunker.
You left it
But
open,
the
son. You
Renegade,
left it open.
in key difference between
Alright,
the
gotta give it to
Liberté
you.
and of course the Defender, it is also more like an
Yes,
assault
sir.
tank. So it's especially with the gun. The
What's up,
gun is
boys?
has more alpha damage than the Renegade,
Uh, we were
but
just we were
the
just
tank
talking about that.
itself, it's fast
Yeah?
enough to go in
Yeah.
front to assault
How's
and
that
brawl in the front lines.
next party gas?
And the Liberté is kind of
Yeah,
similar to the
well,
Defender, but the difference is the
uh,
gun is more accurate, and
See,
because it's a more
that's what
accurate gun
it's not
with more
about that.
penetration,
It's
it's more like
the
a
passion
support heavy, if
that
that makes any sense.
underlines
So where the Renegade
get everything taken
fits is
care of.
basically a
oh
purely
shit.
jack of all trades. I repeat, a purely jack of all
Yeah.
trades. So this tank is capable of doing many
And you can
things.
tell
It's
the
capable of
politics before you.
spotting, sniping,
Yeah, yeah,
holding
you did
ground,
good. You did.
capturing objectives,
And well
assaulting,
done it.
etc., etc.
Okay.
Clean up on
And
aisle
this is
two.
something I really love, and why I love it is because
Make
of
sure
my
you're not
experience
leaking.
with the M48 Patton in Onslaught. And basically, it really is
Yeah,
a
you got
tier
some spots
10
there at the end too.
American heavy tank toned down
Fair
to a
enough. Yeah.
premium tier 8 heavy.
Good night,
And I
girl.
kind of like that. Well, guys, I'm gonna end it here because I feel like I ranted enough, but um, the Renegade, no
You're
regrets.
rootin' tight,
And
Mr.
yeah, I
Rootin'
gotta
tight.
not break my promise anymore. So yeah, Renegade will be my last premium, my purchase premium tech tank, a tier 8 premium tank. in Christmas, I will spend money on the gifts supplies and hoping I could get like a random premium tank. So that will be the only time where I break my promise. Okay. Well, guys, I'm gonna end it here. Caldas Gamer, over and out.